Well, today officially marks the unofficial kickoff to summer, with Americans around the nation planning their summer travel, including plenty of outdoor activities, which means tick season is also in full swing. And experts are warning this year could be worse than years past. The CDC tracking how many people are heading to the ER after a tick bite. Right now, the highest numbers in a decade. The largest concentration in the Northeast and a surging hotspot in Connecticut, with officials testing who test ticks saying 40% did test positive for Lyme disease. But Lyme disease is actually not the only threat from ticks this summer. The emerging condition called alpha-gal syndrome, which can cause a meat allergy, has infected up to 450,000 Americans. So joining me now to discuss, medical expert Dr. Frita Fisher. Dr. Fisher, so good to see you today. So a lot of people are absolutely familiar between the link between ticks and Lyme disease, but now there's also this risk of this alpha-gal syndrome, known as a red meat allergy. What is happening in the body?
Here's what's happening, Nicole. The ticks who are carrying the cause of alpha-gal syndrome, usually the Lone Star tick, are giving a sugar molecule, alpha-gal, that humans, even though many mammals make it, humans don't make it. And so once you're exposed to this from a tick bite, if you eat meat that has this alpha-gal, then you will develop an allergic reaction. You can anywhere from 2 to 6 hours, and it can actually be a life-threatening reaction. And so you could live your entire life enjoying all of the meat that you want on Memorial Day most of the times, but if you've been bitten by this tick and you develop this alpha-gal syndrome, then unbeknownst to you, you can now have a meat allergy that could be potentially life-threatening.
Oh, yeah, very scary. Yeah, I saw that anaphylaxis there, the last symptom. What is most important, Dr. Frita, to know, that people need to know about ticks as we are heading into the summer, and they're saying it, may be one of the worst years in a long time?
It's amazing, Nicole, because I usually am not talking about tick season this early, but it's come early. And so what we need to know is that prevention is key when it comes to alpha-gal syndrome and Lyme disease and other tick-borne illnesses. And so this is what you do. If you have a home, make sure that you don't make your home a tick-friendly place. Make sure that you keep your grass cut low, and even consider putting little cotton balls with anti-tick repellents in them, so that the little mice that are often the carriers of the ticks that give you the Lyme disease, so they can take those things and put them in their nesting. Also, you want to make sure that you cover up. Try to avoid really woody areas, avoid areas that have high grass. But if you're going to step in them, please don't have bare ankles, because ticks love to jump on your naked little ankles. Make sure that you wear socks, shoes, long pants, and wear lightly colored clothing, so that if a tick does get on you, if it's on your clothing, you'll be able to see it easily if you're wearing something white or something that's lightly colored. You also want to use an anti-tick repellent, something that has 20% DEET, DEET, or you can go on the CDC website and find out one of the EPA-approved tick repellents that will help as well. And again, even though it's getting warm, as you mentioned, it's the kickoff of summer, you want to wear long-sleeve, loose clothing if you are going to be outdoors in areas where you might see ticks.
I'm starting to itch as we talk about this. Dr. Frita, I'd like to circle back to Lyme disease. How serious is it, and what is actually happening inside of the body with this disease?
Lyme disease is really tricky because it can be quite serious, but it actually does not have a cookie cutter presentation. We talk about the bullseye rash. People can get bitten by a tick, and then it can start off as being a little bit of a red discoloration, and then it can flare out into a bullseye or target looking rash, where it might be red and there's a central clearing and it literally looks like a target. But everyone does not get that rash, or they don't notice it if they do get it. But then you can get all kinds of symptoms, non-specific symptoms like fatigue, you can get joint issues, and it's something that can even long-term cause cardiac issues if you have Lyme disease. And so Lyme disease is something to watch out for if you're getting these non-specific symptoms. Certainly if you have a tick and you suspect that tick has been on you for days or over 24 hours, then you definitely want to go to your physician and let them know that you had a tick bite. And so everyone's on alarm for Lyme disease. But yeah, you can get all types of autoimmune reactions when you have Lyme disease as well. And it really can be, sadly, a debilitating illness. We've had many celebrities even share that they've dealt with Lyme disease. Even Justin Timberlake shared. But again, it's always easiest if we can prevent. So try to avoid getting tick bites so that you won't have Lyme disease, and so that you can enjoy your meat on Memorial Day.
Absolutely. You have to be vigilant. Dr. Frita Fisher, thank you so much for joining us on this holiday. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.